this, an onside kick to start the game. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, there's two sides to every coin.
Why would you do that?
On the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one.
Yo, good shit.
Down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow, touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown,
you from Baltimore?
On to kick this one away.
You from Baltimore? From Buffalo? So why you ain't playing with Josh Allen?
The Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
What the fuck?
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw again is Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, 48 yards. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he'll get in.
God damn it. I hate playing against Jackson, bro.
They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Flush to his right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
You're a fucking cheat code, dog.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Burrow on first down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Second and 8 coming from the 19. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he is such
I was right on that shit, yo.
Because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
That's tough.
Good for 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Jackson will throw again. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 22 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So still 14 yards to go. Second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play,
along with
hoping
that
someone
defense, bro.
would come open downfield,
Come on,
but they never did.
Turn it down.
A great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
11.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
They got to slow you down from scoring now, man. They got to try to slow you down. You're good with Lamar. You're good with Jackson.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to
How the fuck you do that, bro?
get him down at about the 17-yard line.
You got to show me all them tricks, man. I want to learn how to do kick returns and shit.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up
You
first and 10.
keep doing onside kicks. I ain't even having a chance.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the
I already know Lamar would catch
Tough there.
that.
First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. He'll buy some time right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That's good.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Here's a diving catch right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now Burrow escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here
as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second and 8 coming up.
Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back to Mixon on first down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
In your face.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
James Prochet.
54 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, Well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, check my 11. You better preach. You better preach. I'm letting you know right now, you better preach. Mike 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, 47 yards.
And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On second down, here's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Gun. Stop. 180. 11. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.